Well, I had my stroke 2 years ago. I had it on the 27th of April, 2017. I remember the date because they asked me all day what was the date. Um, I, I suffer MS, and I thought at that point that I was having an episode of MS. So I didn't worry too much until late in the night where I felt things were going not the right way. So we called the ambulance, and when I arrived at the emergency, my left side was paralyzed, my vision was double, and my face was also paralyzed. I could hardly speak. So at that point, I told the doctor that I was having an MS attack. Later during the day, I had MRI scan, and at 7 o'clock in the evening, they told me that it wasn't MS, that it was actually a stroke. So it was a bit of a shock to me, not knowing what's going to happen, what happened when you have a stroke. And then at that point, I stayed in the hospital for about 2 weeks waiting for rehab. I end up at the post-stroke unit of the Elizabeth Briere Hospital, and that on the first day I met Natalie. I realized at that time that I was going to be put in good hands to come up with a plan to get back to my life, to live a normal life as much as possible. I didn't know what was going to happen, but I was coming from far. I realized I couldn't shave, I couldn't wash. In the morning, I was receiving my tray for breakfast. Everything was locked, closed. I couldn't open my cereals. And then I'm thinking, wow, that's going to be a long road. So Natalie explained to me that we were going to go through every day through progressive plan, where I would be able to return home and working in a safe way, in a safe environment. So the next day, I met Natalie and her assistant Carol, and they put water on the table, and they gave me a cloth, and my task was to swipe the table. It took me about an hour, and I was extremely tired at the end of the time. But every day, I was doing something more progressive, and they were coming up with new activities, with new plan, with new things to do, which was very progressive, which gave me lots of my abilities back. There's the part where there's a plan, you follow the plan on a day-to-day basis. But going through rehab, you're going through a roller coaster of emotions. At some point you feel it's not going fast enough, your recovery is not going fast enough. Some days you feel great, some days you're feeling really pessimistic about your future. Your occupational therapy help you a lot, give you confidence, give you hope, tell you that whatever is going through your progression is normal. Having setback is normal. She goes every day, talk to you, giving you hope, giving you reassurance that your progression is normal, and that at the end of the day you will be able to go home. That is complementing by lots of clinic activities. Like my cognitive behavior was assessed, which helped me understand that my cognitive aspect was not hurt by the stroke. So it really helped me. When I meet people right now, they're wondering, did you have a wrist stroke? Well, you've been lucky, you're back normal. There's no luck into that. There was a lot of work and a lot of help by professionals who provided me with very specific activities, plan, and helped me on a day-to-day basis. Nothing happened by haphazard. It was all planned, and it was all work that my occupational therapist and I did. The thing that I remember the most at the rehab was the last day, her and I cooked a rice, a vegetable rice, and it was an accomplishment. But also remember that every day, because she taught me to always be safe, to slow down, to take every aspect of everything that I'm doing in a good manner so I could function well after my stroke.